Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I want to share a video that I haven't done in a while, but it's always fun to share with you guys. It's a video that just shows how much love I give certain perfumes, and I think it speaks a lot about the ones that I love, the ones that I use the most. This video is going to be all about my perfume dents. So the biggest perfume dents that I have in my collection at the moment. I have done this video before. I just pick out all of the bottles in my collection that have a pretty good dent so that you guys can see what fragrances I have been reaching for the most. So if you are interested in knowing the fragrances that have the biggest dents in my collection, just keep on watching. Guys, so before I get started with today's video, I want to quickly announce that if you are watching this video the day that it was posted, later on in the evening, I am going to have a quick sale on my Mercari. I know that you guys love to shop from my Mercari, so I am going to be adding a few more scents that have not been working for me here. If you see me getting rid of perfumes and you're wondering why, 9 times out of 10, it's that it's just not working for me here. A lot of them, it hurts to actually get rid of them, but I am at a point in my content creation journey, in my hobby with perfume. I've gotten to a point where I'm happier back at where I used to be. When I really started wearing fragrance, I had a tray and I think I had maybe like 10 fragrances at a time. And I just feel like fragrance is something fun, but it's something that I don't feel like you could wrap it up in a bow just from using a perfume like once or twice. I have had body mist where I have sprayed them 4 or 5 times, worn them 4 times separately, and finally on that 5th time I start to pick up different notes. It starts to smell different to me. I enjoy something about it. I just feel like I really like that feeling and just focusing on certain scents each season. Since I do move around a lot being an army wife, I kind of have a lot of fun attaching scents to wherever we lived at that time. So when I was living in Puerto Rico, there's certain perfumes that make me think of that. When I was living in Kentucky, there was perfumes that made me think of that. So for example, right now for summer, I have been reaching for these 3 nonstop. I'm in love. I feel like I can talk about them more because I know little details about them. So that's just like what I'm loving right now. And I've been told so many things on my comments before. Some people can just, I swear. There's a reason why God made me wait until I was in my 30s to do YouTube and not my 20s, because I'll be fighting left and right. Now people will say a lot of things that not hurt my feelings, but just kind of make you mad because you know that that's not who you are. You know that's not what you're trying to do with your content. I've been told that I don't like any of my perfumes, that I just buy them to get rid of them. That is not the case. And in today's video, you're gonna see that because there's a lot of dents here, and a lot of these I have not shut up about for the past like 2-3 years. It's just talking about the same perfumes that I love, and in between I will talk about new scents that maybe end up turning into favorites and some don't. So I know that the ones that are here for me, you guys, I don't even have to say all this, you guys already know the vibes. So let's jump right in. First perfume that I have the biggest dent in is a discontinued fragrance, and you guys, this one hurts me so bad. I don't care, I'm going to find one. I saw a few on eBay. I did not like the price. I need to buy a dupe. I think Dua, I think was what you guys told me, has a dupe for it. I can't be without this type of scent. And this is Giorgio Armani Ocean di Gioia. So out of the years that I have been on YouTube, I've noticed that I'm just a island girl. I love fresh scents. I love coconut. I love summer scents. I love all of that. And this perfume right here is like a freaking ocean day. A day in a boat. But the pear in here is also what stands out the most to me, because the pear is literally what pear smells like. It's a crisp, juicy pear. It is like a shampoo-y type of scent. I just love this. And as you can see, this dent, we are gonna finish this off this summer for sure. And I've gone through multiple bottles of this scent. Next up, we have Fleur's Father Figure. This is another one that I have fallen in love with recently because it smells so good here. If you live somewhere with no humidity at all, this performs so gorgeous here. It lasts all day for me. This is a fig perfume. It is fruity, but not in the way that other fruity perfumes are. This is more calming. It's comforting, relaxing, perfect for every day, perfect for year round, because I feel like it doesn't really have a season. I can wear this anytime. It's a musky skin scent, but then the fig adds a little bit of fruitiness to it, and I just feel so good every time that I pick this up. For an affordable fragrance that I've gone up and down with this one, sometimes I love it, sometimes I'm not so into it, but cannot deny that this perfume is super long lasting. It is a celebrity perfume, so it's pretty impressive. It lingers and performs so well for it being an affordable perfume. And this has been a fragrance that I have worn since high school. This is still by Jennifer Lopez. If you're into kind of like tea scents, earthy, green, grounding, relaxing, the orange blossom in here can sometimes be pretty strong. I remember in Puerto Rico, I think I picked up a lot of orange blossom. It's a very unique perfume. I feel like there isn't any other perfume that I've tried that I can say, oh, this reminds me of Still. Very unique. I feel like it just makes you stand out because there's no fragrance right now that smells like this. Up next, another one that's literally almost done. This one is from Toca and this one is Simone. This is a very fruity, watery, think Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice type of perfume if you've ever smelled that. This one is not as tart, but I think it also has watermelon. It has like watery, fruity notes, and this one is almost done as well. So we have a few more uses with this one, but this one's very girly, floral, refreshing. I am almost done with my Noise Only Human travel size, and this is one that I want to get the full size of. That doesn't happen a lot. This one works so beautifully here. I love it. It's one of my favorites, and I love to layer this with the Milk, the parfum that they have. Those two put together, you will have the longest lasting skin scent that has a little bit of like a dewiness to it. It can sometimes smell sweet. I pick up a lot of sweetness from it, muskiness, and also freshness. Oh, it's so good. I need a full size of this one. So very happy that I started off with a travel, and now I'm gonna be moving up to a full size. Almost done with my Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow as well. This is one that when I first got it, it was not a favorite if I remember correctly, because it's so many perfumes. I think this one I ended up falling in love with it twice as hard once I got here. It smells so good. The opening I am not the biggest fan of because it starts off very like strawberry heavy to me, and I noticed strawberry is not one of my all-time favorite notes. I don't mind it, but I like it to be mixed in with other things. So when the other notes start coming through with this one, the smooth fluffiness that's in here, the sweetness, and what I talked about was that here I can also smell like a smokiness in the dry down, and I think this one has tonka bean or the vanilla. I'm not sure what it is, but I get a lot out of this scent here, and it lasts all day on me. I don't really wear it this time of the year. I wear this one more towards fall and winter, so this is one of the very few gourmands that I can wear while living here. Up next, we have Dead Cool fragrance number 1. I have raved about this since I was living in Puerto Rico, so that's about 4 years ago. Here is where we are with this one, and this is one of my all-time favorites for fall time and for winter, but I used to wear this literally anytime. This is one that I used to love to pick up for when I would go into my orthodontist appointments, doctor's appointments, places that I was going to have people kind of like getting close to me, and I've gotten compliments from this fragrance. This is a very simple skin scent, but the skin scent is very inviting. There's something about it that's just really, really nice. There's like a warmth to it as well, and it smells so good. Up next, we have another Kayali fragrance. This one is Eden Juicy Apple. This is another favorite of mine from the Kayali perfume, and we are very close to finishing this one up as well. When I first got this perfume, it reminded me of hair gel. It reminded me of the freshest, just cut red apple, juicy apple, crisp, fresh, and the muskiness wasn't as strong. I also didn't pick up a lot on the berries that are in here, but as time went on, this will get muskier and muskier. So my goal is I need to finish this ASAP because I prefer it when I first, like when it's freshly opened, but it's still really nice. I still love it, but the muskiness in here gets it gets turned up in this one. Apple Love by Ellis Brooklyn. So this one's super musky for me. With time, this one is very similar to the Kayali one, but this one goes a different direction. This one gets sweeter. It gets sugary. The apple in here is like a candied apple. I get vanilla. Very beautiful. And this fragrance, I just checked, we are up to here. And I love this perfume so much. This is very nice for layering. Every time that I have sprayed this over any perfume, it smells really, really good. It creates a beautiful scent bubble. Another favorite for me. This fragrance I have purchased multiple times. This one is Omnia Crystalline or something. This is like a clean, woody scent. I have had maybe 3 bottles of this perfume in the past. This is my favorite. I know people hype up like the corally color one. That one's nice, but I feel like this one just takes the cake when it comes to the scent. This is clean, but woody clean. And it's perfect for those of you who want to smell clean, but you're not trying to smell like soap. You're not trying to smell like Dove, or you know what I'm saying? You want something that smells a little more sophisticated. This is so good. Julianna's perfume. 13 of Hearts. I went so hard with this one since the minute I discovered it. I love it so much. This is one of those easy reach, second skin type of scents, but it has a pear that reminds me a lot to the pear of Juliet Has a Gun pear ink, which does not last on me, but this one lasts longer on me. But then this has like this earthy, mossy dry down as well in there. Beautiful, beautiful scent, and I already have a backup for this one. Le Monde Gourmand Lait de Coco. Love this. It's affordable, and I sprayed this here this summer, and I just realized that it makes me think of Limber de Coco, which is like, I'm not sure if it's done in other places, but in Puerto Rico, you'll take like a regular cup that you like, the red cups that you drink out of in a party, and you fill that up with whatever. They have different flavors. It's like a juice. Think about it. Kind of like it's hard to explain. They're so good. And Limber de Coco is, I don't even like to eat a lot of coconut things, but I love coconut smell, and Limber de Coco is one of the best things ever. So this just makes me think of that. It's creamy, it's milky, coconut, it's gourmand, but it's not that sunscreen coconut. Fleur Soft Spot. This is my date night. I want to smell sexy, but not too much, not obnoxious. But this, when I spray this into my hair, it got into my hair the last time that I went out with my husband. My hair smelled amazing for like 3 days, and it was this. So this is also a very big dent, and this is one that I will bring back to my collection, and I just cannot see myself without it. Jimmy Choo Illicit. I keep telling myself that I need to finish this. My goal will be to finish it this fall. This is the most beautiful ginger, spicy yet sweet, because there's like a, I think it's dulce de leche in here that comes through literally like 5 seconds after you spray this. So when you first spray this, a slap to the face of ginger, and at first I struggled with ginger a little bit, but I love ginger in fragrances. Now this will smell like ginger for like the first 10 seconds. I would say it's a blast of ginger. It's like this fresh, spicy scent, but then that sweetness comes through from the caramelly dulce de leche, and it's just the perfect spicy gourmand fall scent. So I'm finishing this up. This, ooh, and it's very strong. You spray 1 or 2 sprays of this, you're smelling like this for the rest of the day. Last but not least is my highs and lows fragrance. This is another one that is halfway, and this is perfect for when I'm just wearing a t-shirt and jeans. Perfect for the gym if you want to wear a fragrance to the gym. I usually stick to body mist for the gym, but this would be perfect for the gym. It's fresh, it's clean, it's not too much, it's not too loud. I love it. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys enjoyed to see the fragrances that I show the most love to right now in my collection. And I'm so happy to have these in my collection. I would just be a happy girl if this was my collection, because it's a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of gourmand, there's a little bit of freshies, clean. So yeah. Let me know what fragrances are the ones that either you repurchase the most or have the biggest dents in your collection. Can't wait to chat with you. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Keep